putting cogs together in my mind here.
So yeah, you're going up and down. Now, what I'll say is that numbers have never really been either your strong suit. You get there's 10 ghouls over there.
I get there's a loads. Yeah, I get there's a lot
So it's
here.
1, 2, 3, many lots kind of situation. Yeah. So you're going through and you're like 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, oh. And you keep getting these numbers. So you really there's a lot of food here. You crack open, you find the open crate, you look through it, and you go. It's like, this would feed lots of mutants. And there's lots and lots of these things. I will say, as you're going through everything, you do find some paperwork. You don't really understand a lot of it. A lot is quite technical, but there's a heading at the top that you recognise. You've seen it. You've seen signs for it. It says Borders Biscuits on it.
Right.
So yeah, I did tie it into it. So yeah,
the good stuff.
Borders Biscuits, MREs.
There might be some biscuits. I'm not sure how you pronounce this. Biscuits.
She's a small panda.
Biscuit. Yeah.
Biscuit.
Crunch. You're probably right. We should probably should mention that to the boss, I guess.
Well, yes, she is our boss.
As you start digging through the thing, just seeing what you've got, you found linguine, and you found beef stroganoff. I can't remember if I've said that one already, because you keep asking me what's in these things. Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I want a list.
I've got to think of different foods all the time. This one's chili. This one's enchiladas.
Gobbler, cheesecake, dumpling.
Sunday dinner.
Yeah.
Roast chicken. Yeah, just a big bag of haggis. You hear a startled exclamation from behind you. Ah, fuck, they're here. And you turn around and it's Benny. Benny is one of Hannibal's stalkers. Mm-hmm. She has her gun drawn. And she is followed by, let me make sure I get this right, because I made this whole thing.
Dear.
Benny, Baracus, Manny, Bosco.
That cunt.
All right.
But someone's gonna die now.
They have their weapons drawn like, fuck. We thought you would be outside. Don't say a fucking word. Guns are up. Right.
Hey.
What the fuck are you doing here?
Yeah, what's the deal?
We are busy. We have job.
We're busy. Right. Okay, we're going to make this quick. We need to get out of here before she comes back. We're taking 2 boxes of that food.
I'm going to breathe fire and kill them all.
They have their guns drawn. If you want to do this, it'll be an initiative roll. I'm just reminding Rachel of the mechanics of the game.
Yes.
Okay? So you can, but remember, I have spent a week on this. They all have mutations.
I'm going to slowly just walk behind the crate that's open in the middle.
Stay up.
Yeah, I'm looking for cover. No, I'm not moving. I'm just moving back. If you want to take two, take two. I mean, there's plenty here. I take it you're looking for Hannibal.
We know where Hannibal is. She points to the stain on the floor. We were here. We know what's in the boxes. We were here.
So what's
then you know what Gray can do, and if you hurt us, she will very much do that to you.
She got the drop.
Maybe worse.
You see her thinking about that for a second. It's like she does have a trickle of blood coming down from her nose. She's the one of the ones that got zapped. The other ones have like.
How did that feel before? She will do it again. I promise you.
Nice. As you're saying that, let me see what she's got. Okay, actually that wouldn't work. I did just make them all really cool. She got the drop on us once, and Bosco, is that his right name? Yeah, sorry, Baracus, the one that you hate, does this, and he has large clawed hands, and the kind of tendons and muscles stick out in his arm. His arm looks very animal-like. She got the drop on us once because we underestimated her.
Oh yeah,
still look worse than normal.
And you thought you would underestimate her and not underestimate us?
We're just taking what's ours.
Yeah, go ahead, take.
Yeah,
no. No.
No.
I will put my hand on her shoulder. Says, "Go, take 2. Why not? You're gonna have to carry them out, carry them past everybody. You really think you're gonna be able to do that? Oh yeah, where's that?
The back door.
Where's the back door?
There at the front. As you walk into the building, there's a large roller shutter that takes you out to the area
Yeah.
that the trailer was supplied, and there's the front door where
Yeah.
Mary is currently giving an audience to the crowd.
And then where are you going?
Somewhere in the arc. People leave their bosses all the time.
Oh yeah, somewhere in the arc, right? So you're gonna walk past everybody, a starving mob with a couple of boxes full of food.
They won't know what's in them.
Oh yeah,
People
'cause you're
aren't
gonna kill them
that
all, right?
stupid. You, however, are very stupid, thinking we will just give you free food.
Yeah, I'm assuming you can read, right? I mean, that thing, I'll point to the box. It says, that's what that says, right? That says food.
We
I'm
had some
bluffing. That's,
earlier
I
on.
don't think he can read. I'm bluffing it.
These are they did eat the stuff earlier on.
Yeah.
You just seem kind of look at like I don't know what this fucking says, but
Yeah,
I know what's in there. I opened it. I ate one.
yeah,
And
no,
he says, "Shut up, Bosco." Right, but
yeah,
I
but
can
if
see,
you're
but not
saying
Bosco.
that,
That's
You
a
yeah,
ate
but
one from a different box. This
yeah,
one, you never know, might be poison.
Tell you what, you can actually roll me anything that's a deception roll. You can do it as I forget what they're called in this.
Manipulate.
Manipulate. There we go. You can any one of you can roll me a manipulate roll at with an extra dice in it, because that's a good shout.
Do you have good manipulate?
nope.
Me neither.
I'm bluffing this like a motherfucker, so you
I'll
better
give you
hope.
I'll give you a +2 dice to it because you're both saying it and they don't know what's in there because we
Yeah,
probably know
okay.
it's fucking filled with socks. They only know one
Do
of
you
them
want
had the
to do
memory.
it?
Yeah, yeah. I'll roll it. Yeah, why not? I've
Yeah,
got
go
2
for
in
it.
manipulate, so
Yeah, same. Hey,
I got 1.
That's good.
Yeah.
Right, okay. Benny's like, right, grab that one, grab the open one, and then who can run over? I'm going to say Bosco and Manny run over, and they grab the one that's open. They close. This is the one that's had stuff taken out, and they
Yeah.
start dragging it away from you. And they, it could be right. There could be nothing in it. It could all be empty. Fuck it. Let's just take this one.
Yeah, take it by all means. You might as well take
They
it.
close you over the lid.
No,
Yeah.
I'm gonna put my shoulder. I'm gonna put my hand on her shoulder. I'm saving her life here, and say, yeah, certainly go take it.
Rachel, don't listen to him.
I will squeeze a little bit tighter, just to give her that knowledge of there's a better way of doing this.
Remember when Mary took the chance? What happened?
I'm worried the fire will burn some shit up
Well,
because
yeah,
it's close
we're in a tight
proximity.
area. They've got guns on us,
Yeah.
so yeah, by all means, take it. You might as well.
Guns are still trained on you. They're backing out the room. They're just Benny doesn't.
Just to
move.
let you know, next time I see you, you won't. It won't be good for you, any of you. But you will
You
have
turned it relative.
worse than 2 broken legs.
Oh,
Trust me.
Baracus, you're specifically
Yeah.
speaking to.
Yeah.
Baracus looks. He's like, I'll take my chances. You're not making any
Well.
friends in the arc. We can go work for another boss.
Well,
Yeah.
We're going to tell
Good
everyone
luck.
about that food, and if you don't start sharing it, you'll have a much bigger target on you than we will.
Funnily
now
enough,
I'm
well,
going to.
no. Well, wait a minute. Are we not sharing it? I mean, you just took a box of the food that you know we've got. I mean,
We took
that's sharing,
a
right?
box at gunpoint. We're going to make sure everyone knows that you've got something down here.
Oh, we've got something. I don't think it's food.
They're still
Yes,
backing out the
they're
room.
all labeled
anyhow,
different.
But anyhow, you take care,
I
BA.
think
I
this
mean,
one has clothes in.
Baracus, not
See,
BA.
look, come
yeah.
see.
Oh
I
yeah,
will show you what's in these boxes.
so I like
Absolutely
to
not going to
say,
get closer
so
to
I like
you.
to say, I will turn around and say, yeah, no problem, Baracus. It was Baracus, right? And then I'll run through all the names that I know, is because everybody's gonna know you've got food too, right? I mean,
Yeah,
who's going to take you on? Who's going to take you on if you got a boss? Who's going to take you on if you know that you were the ones that backstabbed the boss, right? I mean, you were working for this boss. I mean,
Well.
after Hannibal dies and then Gray takes over, you take her food and then you go somewhere else. Who's going to trust you? I'm just wondering. I'm trying to figure out the kind of the play
Thinking out
here.
loud.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm
They're-
trying to figure out the play here. Where are you going to go? I mean, are you going to walk past with an open crate of food, none less, with food written on the side, past everybody? Who's not sharing here? It's not
one
us.
of them
We gave you the
grabs
food.
one of them
So,
grabs
you-
a blanket from the couch and just throws it over. We could leave the ark for a few days. If you're not
Oh,
getting
you
so
don't
much
want to be
food.
doing that. I mean, you got the bikers out there that are ready to kill. I mean, that's why
They're
we're getting
backing out.
fenced,
oh
right?
no, Ulf,
So the
Ulf.
So the
Let them
simple
go.
fact is, you go out there, you go out there with food as well. They're gonna hunt you down. They're gonna kill you.
Well,
But
Take the
listen,
let
chances.
you
them
do
go
what you
out
do. You
there.
do what you do, right?
Yes,
See you
Back it
later.
out.
you go out there.
Bye.
Have
Yeah.
fun.
They back out, they keep moving, they drag the stuff up the stairs, and you hear the roller door go up and shut behind them.
I'm gonna
You did
follow
look
them.
very worried by what you were saying. Yeah,
I'm
if
gonna
you want.
follow them
Cool.
out to see if they actually go or where they go.
Cool. Right, so yeah, you hear the clunk, and then you're gonna run. You're gonna go out after them, yeah.
No, no,
Yeah,
no.
I'm just gonna
I'm
follow them.
stopping her. I'm stopping her.
Well, is he stopping you, Rachel?
I'll just what do you want?
Just
Why
lock
are
the
you stopping
shutter.
me this time?
We know there's a back way. There's a back way. I'll just lock the shutter so they can't come in. We got to discredit them.
Hmm.
We have to discredit them. I mean, if they're going to try and share the fact that we got all this food, then we're in trouble. Especially if,
What
but I'm
if
sure.
they?
Although I'm sure Gray is currently right now telling them that we have all this food and we will be sharing it as equal partners, and let them know that
Well,
Baracus has stolen from the Ark.
well, it is great. So I probably would think she would have told them.
Yeah, she's fine. Listen, Gray's got this. I mean, she's going to be a good boss. She'll be able to tell everybody that we have food and we'll be able to share it, and then
Plus,
she'll be able to
she
turn
put us
around.
in charge of
Yeah, and she'll not only that, she'll be able to tell everybody that Baracus and that stole some of the food for themselves. They shouldn't have done that because we were
exactly.
going to share it equally. That's easy enough. Sorted.
Why don't we go and tell her now?
Yeah, we should probably do that.
And then we can
What?
tell everyone that they have stolen from us.
Now, what I will add at this point is that the Ark is currently a lawless place, and people get knifed over looking at each other wrong. Somebody stealing food off somebody else is about as common as.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
if
they're
they're
not going
going
to
to
live.
share
They're
it
not going
with
to live long.
everyone, they have stole food from you at that point.
Yeah, they're going to live. They're going to.
They've stole
They're not going to
food
live long
at
anyway.
that point.
Mhm.
Who knows?
Yeah, they don't know what type of food, do they?
All they know is that they had some delicious, tasty food, and they were taking some, and you were there, and they didn't expect you to be there. But yeah, you make some very valid points. Rach, by this point, some time has passed. You've had this discussion.
I
You've went
would have
back and forth.
followed them, I think.
If you want to go out, you can try and follow them. It'll have to be, if you're going to just go after them, I can take a follow the path, find the path, or I can take, find the path. And if you're trying to do it sneaky, you're going to have to do a sneak roll. But if you just try to chase after them,
Okay.
you are a stalker. What I'll say, it'll be an
I'm not
opposed roll,
sneaking. I'm
but
not
that's fine.
sneaking.
If you're doing find the path, that's fine. Benny is also a stalker, so it'll be an opposed roll because she's going to assume that you're going to come after her.
I didn't roll well.
What'd
You
you
rolled a
roll?
1. You rolled.
I
You
got
got a
one
success.
success.
Right, okay.
Yeah, but if
what
he's a post roll, she'll probably get more than me, no my luck.
Did you roll find the path? Okay, that's cool. Oh, because you're injured
Yeah.
now as well, aren't you?
Yep, I sure am. Yeah, thought too bad.
She rolled 2 successes. Yeah, so she's zigzag. She's went round. It's almost like she was planning something, and you have expedited what she was planning in the first place.
Okay.
But yeah, so yeah, you go out and you first think you've got them, but they're smart. They go to an area that's well travelled, and they've managed to get
Yeah.
away. The conversation gave enough distance between it that they've managed to lose you. And you also know that stalkers tend to have little places off the arc that they can hide out just to let things calm down if they've been in a fight or something's that owed money. So yeah,
That is
it's
very
pretty
true.
good.
Okay, I'm gonna go back to the food and that.
Well,
So
while she's
know,
doing this,
again.
I'm gonna pull another crate out. I'm gonna open it and I'm gonna take some of the food out so it looks kind of like what it was before.
Yeah, so yeah, you could. There is dozens of boxes. I mean, again, this is surprisingly. If you want to move some up, I mean,
No, I'm
nobody
gonna
needs to
make.
see-
I'm gonna take one of the crates. I'm gonna open it. I'm gonna take some of the boxes of food out to make it look kind of exactly like what it was before, the one that was taken.
Okay, yeah.
I'm
No,
gonna stuff
let me explain this. They've taken a full crate. So imagine, like, see
Yep.
storage containers. So like heavy duty versions of them. So they've taken the full kind of storage container thing. So they've left with that. So there's just basically it was lying on the floor, and they've taken the full thing.
Yeah,
with whatever's in it. So if there's no way to make it look like it did before because you just have a pile of food because you've not got a box.
I'm
makes
assuming there
sense.
was a load of. I'm assuming there was a load of other boxes because if you're talking about a storage, because storage container to me means something totally different. I think.
All right, sorry. No, what I mean is like like the big plastic boxes you get
Yeah.
that you buy. It's basically them.
Yeah.
It's like imagine like a heavy duty, like thick military style one of
Yeah.
them.
I am
So, yeah,
taking
it's
one of
just-
them out
Uh-huh.
I'm going to open the box up.
Oh, right, so
I'm going to
I
take
see
some
what
of the
you're
food
saying.
out. I'm going to
He's
make it
trying to
look
make it
exactly
look
how it
like
was
nothing's
before.
Right, I
Yeah.
understand.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I will
yeah.
take some of the food, I'll pocket the food, and then I'll leave it like that and go, right, does it look anywhere near what it was like before?
Yeah, I mean, all the boxes are fairly. I mean, they've got different numbers on the side, but it's all meaningless gibberish to you. So it's like this
Awesome.
box looks the same, the food bags look the same. You've got extra. I mean, unless someone was taking some in, yeah, probably should be fine.
So how many of the food have I got for taking it, for
I will
instance?
say that you can easily take 5 food from that.
Right,
Actually, I'll tell you what, let's say you took 10, and that seems to be looks
So-
roughly the same as what it looked like before.
so I'll put good. I'll just put the description down as good food and 10
Good
food.
food, 10 MREs,
10
self-heating,
MR.
fancy bags.
Nice.
I
Okay.
would like some for my girls, please.
Once
How many can I have, Lee?
I'll give for
Well,
5. I'll share the 5 if I've got
so
10.
you're rummaging
Okay.
through all this stuff. then Flair comes back and she starts pocketing stuff as well. Just
No, I'll give her
stuffed
the
full
No,
of
no,
5.
food.
I only want a
Yeah.
few.
Yeah, I'll give her
Okay.
the 5 of the 10 I've taken. I'll say there for the
Absolutely.
girls.
Lee,
Yeah.
what have I got?
What do we
You have got fish and chips, which is weird. You have got roast chicken. You have got beef stew. You have got Scotch broth, just a like, soupy bag of Scotch broth, and you have got toad in the hole.
Okay.
This is the rest of my game now. Having to think of foods.
So what I'll say to Flair is
Mhm.
once we do that, it says, right, we tell nobody about this. We didn't get robbed. That didn't happen.
Are you sure we should not say anything to anyone?
Yeah, we should definitely not say anything that we got robbed. That never happened.
Okay.
Where they found that,
Okay.
because where they found that food, we've no idea. They got it for somewhere else, didn't get it for here.
I trust you. I will not say anything. You have
We
my
need to,
word, don't worry.
we'll need to let Gray know of obviously this plan and say, look, you either share the
Yes.
food or you're gonna have to hide the fact that that we've got it and they just found it for somewhere. Because
Bloody puzzle.
we're gonna get swamped. We're gonna get absolutely done if we don't. We got 2 choices.
This will either cause absolute chaos and a
Oh
lot
no,
of death.
no! It will cause chaos and a lot of death. With either path we take, what we need to make sure is if we're in the target, if we're in the crosshairs or not.
We need to make a plan of action.
Yeah, we shut this down, lock it up again, and
Gray
don't
at this
talk
point
about
goes
it for a
back in
while.
with the people that left with her.
Who's this?
Gray now re-enters
Nice.
the building with O'Brien, Julia, who sees you're there, spins on a heel, walks out, and
Great. So did you tell them we have food? Yes.
Just a minute. Just as Julie's going, yeah, go get the other bosses. I need to speak with them.
No,
No,
we
no, 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 no.
need to
Well, I've
tell
said it now.
we
I've
need
said
to
it now.
tell you
It's
something.
happening.
Gray, can we speak to you in private?
Yes, we have something to tell you.
Of course. Everyone must perform their functions.
I will say, as you are kind of going, you get settled down, you just kind of just talk back and forward. Face returns with 4 other mutants who I should have mentioned would come out now with you: Dirk, Maddie, and Dwight. They are the ones that have remained with you. I will now tell you that once they're in the room, you realise that there was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There was 7 other mutants in Hannibal's gang, and there was only 4 that came to get the food.
Mhm.
Just so you know that.
Yeah. Is Gray on her own?
Gray is flanked by the 4 people I've mentioned, and O'Brien's still there. You're in
Great,
the
we need
large open area. There's an office off to the side, which was Hannibal's office,
Yeah,
and there's the
great.
downstairs area.
Gray, we need to talk to you alone if that's okay.
Yes, I'll come with you.
Everyone
O'Brien,
else needs to feck off.
O'Brien kind of laughs. He's like, I've got work to do anyway. Gray, if you need me, just give me a shout. What do you want to do? Shall I get the tractor back together, or do you want the vans?
I think we need the tractor again.
Right.
It's a good idea.
We really did take it apart. It'll probably be ready not today, probably the day after. I'll see if I can. I'll give it a bit of clean out as well. Is there anything
Spanner
else you
knows
need?
about it. Spanner can help.
Okay, hopefully they've got him counting his ratchets because he was a bit grenadey when he came back to us. But I'm sure he'll be
Isn't
fine.
everyone these days?
Looks at the grenades, is like, yeah. And he walks off. So that leaves the 4 that are left for you. That's Face and the other ones that I mentioned, whose names I don't remember. Face, Dirk, Maddie, and Dwight. They kind of look at you a bit nervous, like, "Do you want us to go downstairs, boss?"
Yes. Make sure and guard everything.
They kind of look at each other like, okay.
And
2 of
take
them
care
are.
and make sure you get enough rest and your shoes are okay and you've got you haven't done anything bad to your gun and and I love you and hugs.
Ah.
Oh.
The 2 grunts accept the hunts willingly. Face looks very, very uncomfortable with the hug. And Dirk, who is a stalker who has received many injuries, kind of like with his one good arm, kind of like puts it around you and like kind of clapped his backpack thing, and then just kind of like drags himself downstairs. Yeah, it's like, oh, I'm getting something to eat. But yeah, they all head downstairs. So yeah, you're now free to
We've had
discuss what you'd like
trouble.
to discuss.
We've
Are we
had
definitely
trouble.
free to discuss this? Are we definitely free? No one's sitting listening in.
There is no other mutants upstairs. Everyone else has either went downstairs or left. There is an empty room beside you, which was Hannibal's room, which you could go in and close the door if you wanted.
Right, okay.
Yeah, let's do that.
Right, we'll do that then. Okay. And then once that's done, you've been robbed.
Yes. And guess who it was?
I look through my pockets like, what?
No, great. The
You just
food.
had a you just had a crate of food taken.
The bikers.
No.
No, thank fuck.
It was it was actually some of your guys, or some of your guys, it would have been your guys.
Gray just looks immensely
Cannibals.
confused. The food for the ark has been taken by
Cannibals.
people from the ark. This is stealing. Like,
They
Well,
weren't allowed the food. They came in with their guns pointed at us, threatening to kill us if they did
Yeah.
not get the food.
Yeah, there was 4 of them. We managed to negotiate down to 1 crate, but they were going to take a lot more.
Gray's still looking there like, does not compute.
Well, here's the thing. Did you tell everybody that you got that you have the food?
I said
Everyone
we'd
knows,
feed
yes.
everyone.
So everybody in the ark knows that you've got food to share, right?
They know we'll bring them food.
Right.
This food.
Now, well, here's the thing.
Specifically.
Yeah, here's the thing. One of the crates is now out there in the ark. People are going to
Yes.
see that, and if questioned, them 4 are going to tell them that we have this food, which means you're going to have a lot more issues than just other bosses. You're going to have a lot of hungry ark coming, knocking down the walls and the doors of the armory, and you're going to be either forced to give it all up, or you're going to have to deny everything implausibility. But either way, there's going to be violence. So it's a case of, what do you want to do, boss? This is you.
Calculating like, this seems like a timing issue. We need to
Very
adjust the
much so.
belts or something.
Yeah, I agree. It's timing, but it's not very good timing. little bit maybe tight.
We could have them killed, so they can't say anything. We
Go
could
to for every problem.
negotiate some kind of agreement where we give them food every so often.
No.
We
I
could-
need to speak to the other bosses. I need to speak to them now.
How
Well,
many
here's
other bosses are there?
Not
Also,
yeah.
they will probably try and take all their food and kill you.
Sorry.
Just to say.
4.
Not only that, they're probably working with another boss at this point. I mean, they were taking food, and they did say that there are other
Yes,
bosses
we can
out
work
there that
together
work
with the other bosses. I need to
Yes,
speak to them now.
but you need to. Well, if you're gonna have to tell them, you're gonna have to tell them now before these idiots go up to a boss and tell them exactly what you got.
Yes.
Well, Go and get them then. Oh no, them guys went and got them. Never mind.
Like opening the door and leaving just as I'm saying that.
The boss goes, okay, I'll go. Right.
I don't think Gray has grasped the concept of boss.
What I will add to this is going and getting the bosses or asking for them all to turn up. Yeah, mutants murder each other in the Ark quite a lot. They also know you just killed Hannibal.
Can I go
Okay,
chat for doors?
kind of. They do all have the bosses we're referring to is Diane, the high priestess, who has a church in the north of the camp. Bellboy, who doesn't call himself a boss, but has been slowly building a following of people. He does it mainly through kind of like doing actual decent trades with people and letting people work off debts, but he does treat people reasonably. O'Brien, who is your friend and is considered a boss, but is one of the weaker bosses because he mainly just deals in technology. And the final boss would be the Elder himself. His dealings tend to go through Hanneth, the lead chronicler. The Elder himself isn't really seen very often because he's old as fuck and is tired. So you could go to them or you could see if they come to you. That's up to yourselves. While we're doing this, though, Scott, you left the Ark. What are you doing?
I am currently away to get Dodger, and we're going to stake out to see if there's any mutants heading towards that other Ark.
Ooh, smart. Okay, so that in itself will take a couple hours. I'm not going to make you do any rolls. You know the way to the place. Yeah, you go. And sure enough, you arrive, let's say middle of the day. Doors still covered over. Oh, your warning signs are still up. Yeah? Are you going to head inside?
I'm going to do knocking, and then I'm going to like look through a peephole and going to say, I'm a bogus gas man. I'm joking. Basically got to do the wee knock thing that we said we'd do.
Was it not a password?
Logan,
Isn't
do
it
you
the
remember the
isn't
knock
it the
thing that you said?
groovy gang or some shit like that? Or
No,
is
there was
that
a word.
D&D?
It was Groovy Gang.
Oh, it was Groovy Gang. That was it.
I am not
Logan,
saying the password.
Logan, you hear a knocking at the door.
I shout,
Logan,
What's
give me
password?
a straight wits check.
Okay.
Yeah, mate, you wouldn't shout.
What?
Just
Nice.
wits, mate. Straight wits.
That's not a pass, is it?
It's not a fail. It's not a pass. In that moment, you hear at the
You
door.
heard something. Yeah, you
But,
wouldn't have heard it because of
but
the
you
mic being
were
picked up.
sitting upstairs in the so you hear a noise.
Yeah.
But nobody shouted "Groovy Gang" or anything. But you hear chapping. Bogart, are you continuing to chap? What are you doing?
Yeah, I'm saying I refuse to say that stupid password.
You do indeed hear them say, "I refuse to say that stupid password."
Stop laughing. Can I look over, like, through the window? Was there no window upstairs?
I should
there
point
was-
out that he does have a very specific voice.
I mean, Scott does his voice all the time, so I'll tell you what, if you give me some kind of like perception roll, whatever they've got for perception in this game, you could give me Scout's fine.
Well, I comprehend.
I can't really, anything that you think would
See
be
if you
acceptable.
understand. Yeah.
Yeah. What I'll say is you did spend the night there and you did hear the kind of noises of ghouls, but what you do know is it's during the day and ghouls tend not to come out during the day unless they're chasing you to eat you.
So I got a pass for that.
Do you get a pass? Yeah?
Got two.
You don't hear much, but you're like, oh, you get 2 passes? Right, yeah. You're like, oh, I recognise that voice.
I'm like, oh, it's Bogart! I missed you!
So I'm assuming you go downstairs and open the door, yeah?
Aye.
It's Bogart.
I come in. Things have changed on the Ark. And then I
Oh,
just
what's happened?